Welcome back to my channel, my friends. I'm the Fairy Haven Keeper, and I'm on here tonight to tell you about, to kind of continue to tell you about a new project I'm going to be starting very soon, because my husband and I are going to be attending an Unseelie Court Fae Ball in Pleasant Grove coming up in December. And I wanted to show you the inspiration that I have for the costumes, and I'm really excited to make them, and I'm really even more excited to make the accessory I'm going to make, at least for one of them, at least for me. And if it works out for me and I have time, I'm going to make one for my sweet husband, which he would also love. So my plan is to make 2 costumes, a pair of wings, and a shoulder Muppet blinking-eyed dragon. Yes, my friends, you've seen them online. They look amazing. They're awesome. I've been trying to make one of those for probably about a year or so. I just figured out the blinking eye mechanism, so I'm really excited to just get the rest of it done and create that dragon for my costume. But I wanted to show you the inspiration that I had for these costumes. I'm going to show you my really rough sketch. Now, I am an artist, but this is a rough sketch. This is just, I mean, there's no color, there's no anything, but I did do some mock-ups with AI to kind of inspire me on what I can do to find ready-made items. When I create the video, I'll have links in there where you can find similar items or things that are like it, to kind of give you some options, so you can make this similar costume, or maybe you have your own idea for an Unseelie Court costume. But I'm going to use my my next videos to show you things that you can buy to make what I'm going to make, because that's what I plan to do. And then I'm just going to artistically manipulate or change it a little bit to add my own little touches and add my own artistic flair to it, because I am definitely not a sewing person. I am not a seamstress. I lack those skills and that patience that people have that can sit at the sewing machine and sew lines and make quilts and adorable things and really amazing costumes. I don't have those skills, and I'm a different kind of artist. I like to make 3D sculptures and paintings, and I paint furniture, and I make fairies and dragons and my little ghost portraits and my spooky little whatevers. But that is, where I draw the line. I can do jewelry, and I can do stained glass, and I have a myriad of off-the-wall skills as an artist, but sewing is just not one of them. And I'm not ashamed to say that I cannot sew. I can do a button. I mean, if my husband lost a button on his jacket, I could fix that. But I just don't have the patience for it, frankly. And anyway, I'm going to show you the picture. I'm going to show you my husband's costume I did first, and this may change over the course of the time when I start locating these items or creating these items. But this is a mock-up I did on AI, and all I did was put in a description of a costume that I wanted to make. And anyway, this is kind of a tunic for, like, it's really either dark blue or dark black, but the idea is to use oil slick colors, so black and turquoise and maybe a little bit of red, but mainly blues and purples and things that are really dark green, things like that, to get kind of a shimmery look. But I want kind of a night sky look, so I have a tunic. I'm going to put little rhinestones and stars all over the tunic, and a moon, and maybe some clouds, so it looks like the night sky. And then big black feather raven wings, which, depending on how much patience I have, I will either find, I'm sure I'm pretty sure you can find those online fairly easily. I don't know if it's going to be like actual feathers or just going to look like feathers, because I do want to attach twinkly stars, maybe LED lights into the feathers, so it looks like there's sparkling stars in the feathers, or maybe in the tunic. I haven't decided. But these ravens, even though the ravens were the inspiration, they're not going to be on the shoulders like this. They'll just be some feathers. And then, anyway, the tunic will be here. I'll probably add like a white and or a black shirt that's like roughly underneath. And I'm going to do some like, and when I say embroider, I mean like really rough embroidery, because that's probably the only thing that I could probably do that I would consider kind of sewing besides a button. Is I could probably do some like naturey, twiggy thingies with an embroidery hoop, because I remember doing that as a teenager, and I could probably handle that. But anyway, the crown will be like twigs and stars and moons, or depending on what my husband has an idea about how he wants to, if he wants to wear a crown, if he doesn't want to wear a crown, that may or may not be a thing. But my dress will be, I'm thinking a dark blue, just like his costume is, dark blue or black. Same sort of starry night sky on the corset, these sort of draped sleeves. And then I also I had the idea of adding like crystally cobweb things to the sleeves, and maybe even the neckline to give it kind of a darker, more spooky look. And then a crown of moon and stars, and my shoulder dragon, which I'm so excited to make. So the idea is that it's kind of an opalescent dragon with sort of fairy wings. And also I'll be creating fairy wings for myself that will be corset style. They will hide in my corset, and I'm going to try and use fiber optics in the blue wings to make stars. And to make them glow. So that is the plan for the project. I have these wings. That's like the big thing. The costume will mostly be ready-made stuff, and then I'll add some stuff to it. I will probably have to make the crown. I will probably have to make the cobweb thing, and sort of the moon and stars and clouds if I do that. And if I do paint the skirt like I was planning to originally, in my sketch, I'll just show you that. Here's my sketch, my original sketch I did, which was going to be a dark blue costume, a dark blue ball gown, and then I was going to paint this enchanted forest with the castle and the little creatures and fairies flying everywhere. And then I remembered or realized that I have to make 2 costumes and 1 dragon, and that's not really realistic. So, because sometimes when I'm painting large scenes and trying to cover a large piece, it takes me a while to visualize that and create that into what I consider quality, or what I would want to be wearing. So may or may not happen. I don't know. We'll just have to see. But if you want to follow along on this kind of fun and exciting new adventure project idea, I would invite you to do that. I'll be adding more videos to this. They will have like the same sort of heading, and they'll be in parts, because I can't do all the videos in one. Probably that's like too much. I'm really excited to share this with you guys, and I hope that it will inspire you to make a costume for yourself or your loved one, and maybe join us at the Unseelie Ball in Pleasant Grove. And I will put a picture of the event on this video so that you can see the date and time and the place. They're also on Facebook if you search out the Unseelie Ball. By the way, I'm not a promoter for the ball. I'm just really excited that it's Fae related, because my husband and I were fortunate enough to be able to attend, they called it the Fae Ball at the Viridian Library back in, I think it was in 2023. Super fun event. Really well done. They had color change drinks and color change drinking potions. They had all kinds of fun activities. You went and were like, you got to choose which court you were in, and you got a charm. And if the charm was, if you liked somebody's costume or they liked yours, they could give you their charm, or you could give them your charm, which was kind of fun because you got to see who liked everybody's costumes. And fortunately, my husband and I, we got a lot of charms. I made some custom wings that if you look on my YouTube channel or check out my TikTok, you can see my fairy ball costume on there. It's purple, and then I made beautiful wings, and I had like these translucent, iridescent bauble things on my sleeves and everything like that. It was a really fun ball. I made the mask for my husband, and we created these really fun costumes. They had a French a French band playing. The ceiling was draped. They had a cool charcuterie style tables all down one side of the room with woodland decor and woodland like Munchables, olives, and little snack crackers and whatever, like charcuterie style. Was really fun. They also did several like little activities that were inspired by what's that movie? Sorry, I can't remember the movie, but it's very popular movie about you guys are going to probably roast me for this, but it's one of the movies I love. But it's got Wesley. Okay, you know who Wesley is. He's like the pirate. You know, he goes off to sea to make his fortune so he can marry Princess Buttercup, right? Lady Buttercup, or whatever her name is. So they did an activity where you did the bluffing game between the pirate and that other guy. Anyway, really fun. Lots of activities, lots of kind of creative things that you could do. Create photo backdrop. They had live animals that you could take photo pictures with, like owls and all kinds of fun things. It was so fun. And it was, hello, transition. The end of that video unfortunately didn't record correctly, and I didn't realize it until I got up this morning and was trying to edit that and realized it's not there. So I apologize that it cut off so abruptly. But ending my rant about the Viridian Library Fae Ball. If they ever do it again, I would love to go again. And the next video, I hope, will be either the start of the dragon puppet or the fairy wings. So look forward to that. And if you follow my channel, I guess you'll find out which one that is soon. I hope they're all having a wonderful day, and that you're happy and hydrated and healthy, and that you're creating art and feeling joy from that. Thank you for joining me, my friends. Bye.